like go up way faster and then it can't be sustained. So, yeah, crypto gaming is basically if you find a game you like, or if you're bullish on a game, then probably don't play the game. That like very unfortunate to say, very kind of shitty to say, but that's the reality. If you want to make money here, especially in crypto gaming, it's don't play the game. Just buy the game token. That's my thoughts really on Addicted. So I don't know if I would actually play that here because it just doesn't look fun. But yeah, it could be cool. Could be cool. God, I really wish the crypto boxing would have been bigger. I want to stream that for like an hour or two. But yeah, guys, another week. We'll be streaming all week. You guys are watching me in stealth. Some of you are very upset we're not sharing it. It is what it is. Everything is still in process. How do I say? In progress. Still being built out. It's all just taking me like 10x longer than I want. Oh, wait. The chat moves. It's all still happening though. But yeah, that's the other thing I'm just realizing this week is I don't have a big way, or I don't have a very good way of turning right now the live stream segments into YouTube videos. I want to, and I think that's going to be the big unlock. But for now, I'm realizing that I think just live podcasts will probably be the way to do it. Once again, it's one of those things I'm like, I'm learning all this on the go. I'm learning all this on the go. How am I going to like grow a stream here? How am I going to get the pot, like everything rolling? It's just, I think that doing the podcast live here is probably the way forward. It's also probably just the best way to share the Pump Fun stream and have that grow is just sharing it and having guests. Because then it's like new people, like new guests kind of bring in new audience for every single one. That makes sense. New details on the synthetics trading competition. So it'll start on October 20th. This will be end of October. It looks like we're going to learn more about all the traders that are in it. So middle October, end of October, I'll actually be able to do some live streaming or some live trading around this. Maybe interview some of the other people trading. The Gen Spartans in this. I hope they do get some other big names, like Ansem is in this. You said you were surprised that Unchained's at 400K. I wonder if that's because multi-stream diverting attention. I'm not sure what it is. I think part of it's also because Unchained audience is not really like crypto Twitter native audience. It's a really nuanced thing. I don't know if I'm going to be good at explaining that, but like Unchained is a massive podcast. I'm not denying that. Like Laura Shin does incredible work. Her podcast's huge. They actually have multiple shows where it's not just her. But I don't think a lot of crypto Twitter people or like traders or a lot of like, you know, that's not really the audience. They're more like, in a weird way, they're almost like not even like a crypto audience. Like, yeah, people that are interested in crypto do listen to her show. And it's a giant show. It's a very big show. They do very, very well. But it's not... It's like if you had a spectrum of like crypto Twitter versus like TradFi boomer crypto stuff, it's like Thread Guy is one side and then you have Laura Shin on the other. It's a totally different audience. Still a crypto audience, still a very, very big show, huge guests, great crypto guests. Like Laura and them, once again, I'm not knocking it. I love their show. I've listened to it ever since I was in crypto. But it's not like, I don't know if her audience has maybe ever used Pump Fun. So I guess that's maybe why like they're sharing it a ton. It's still at 400K. That could be a reason. But who knows? Like even if I do my first show on here on Friday, or if it happens next, like whatever it is, maybe I do a show next week. Like my show we might still be capped for a little bit too. I'm just still viewing like I think Cathie Wood's announcement is like the biggest signal that this is here to stay. And it's not because Cathie Wood is always right or whatever, but it gives me more and more conviction that even if sentiment right now is like Pump Fun streaming is a scam, this is a grit, like whatever else, it's like, I've viewed this as, I think this will stay for a very long time. Pump Fun seems committed to investing in it. And I think over time, it'll be way more normal And so for me, it's just like, how do I grow? How do I create good content here? How does this all grow long term? And if it does even a low end of my estimate of what Pump Fun streaming will become, it's like, it'll do very, very well. Pump Fun. I'm not talking about specific tokens. You think they'll be having a guest this week or maybe not? Last week when I talked to, Thread Guy was ready to do last Friday. He's like, let's do it. And I was like, I just don't think I'm ready. I just don't think I'm like locked in enough in terms of like just producing a good show, getting enough eyeballs on it. I still feel like that this week, but I might do it anyways, just because I don't like want to keep. Part of getting super active again on Twitter and podcasts and everything and YouTube is like, part of it is just realizing that I'm not going to be like, I'm not doing as good on all those as I used to do. And that's just the reality. So part of it's just jumping into it and like not being good at a lot of stuff again and figuring out on the go. I can't wait until everything's perfect. So yeah, no, I want to do it Friday. But I haven't like messaged him and say, hey, let's do it at 1 p.m. I know he doesn't stream on Friday, so it's fine. But yeah, it just takes time. It just takes time. It's a little frustrating, but it's my own fault. I will. It's the algo, I think. I don't know. I don't want to blame it on algo. The one thing that does suck with Twitter, the Twitter algo, it's not so much that like, here, Nick Carter actually explained it really well. Nick Carter explained it really, really well. Where is this? So I think this is probably the best take on the Twitter algo. I'm not even upset about it, but it's like a challenge I'm trying to figure out how to deal with. So Nick, who has an insanely active Twitter account, never took a break. Like his posts aren't going out to his followers. I think that's the biggest thing is Twitter has become more like TikTok. So it almost doesn't matter if you have a ton of followers or YouTube. It really doesn't matter. All of it's just about, can your post go to the For You page? And so, he's been posting the exact same on here for 5 years, growing a giant Twitter account. Crypto Dog talked about this as well. He has 700,000 followers. And like right now, they have the lowest impressions they basically ever had. And it's just because for whatever reason, Twitter, if you have a lot of followers, just isn't sharing your posts. So like if I tweet, how Twitter used to work a couple years ago is if I would tweet, if you followed me, you would see my tweet. But now that's not how it works. I think they show your tweet to like a couple thousand people. And if they don't show, if like the first couple thousand people don't like your tweet, then Twitter looks at it and says, he has 300,000 followers. And some of his followers aren't interested in this, so we're not going to show people. And so it's become this weird thing where like I follow 1,000 people, right? I follow all these traders. I follow all these crypto Twitter people. I follow, all my friends on here, and I want to see their tweets. But the reality is, like, I just don't see them. And I don't know if it's because I haven't interacted with them. Like I follow Cred, all these people I followed for years, ever since I've been on here. And I just don't see their tweets. If I go to their page, you can see like they've tweeted 50 times today and you can see all their tweets. Twitter just doesn't show me their tweets. That's the biggest thing for me. Like I don't care if I tweet and people don't see it, but it's shitty that like I can't even see the tweets of people I follow. Like it just doesn't show me their tweets. So I'm like, that's honestly what I spent the most time on Twitter doing for the past week is like building lists again so I can see the people that I follow. It's so hard to see tweets. Yeah, someone said Twitter's kind of dead. I don't know if it's dead. It's more TikTok. And so here's the other effect of this. Like I have an alt account, right? I have a Twitter alt account. I have several. But I have a Twitter alt account with like I think it's 6,000 followers, 5,000 followers, whatever it is. That Twitter alt account has been getting more impressions and more likes than like my main Twitter account. Right? That's an account with 5,000 followers. I have 330,000. So like that's a weird thing where you're like, let's say you have a Twitter account with 5,000 followers and you get 100 likes or 50 likes. Twitter looks at that and says, wow, 10% or whatever it is, or like like 50 people like this and he only has 5,000 followers. Maybe more people will like this. And so they share that tweet to more people. Versus if I tweet, I have 300,000 followers. You have to guess that like 200,000 of those people are people like from previous cycles that have left or lost all their money or aren't interested in crypto anymore. So it's like, I think everyone on crypto Twitter, even if you're Ansem, right, with 700,000 followers, I think the reality is if you have 100,000 followers or 50,000 or 700,000, I really think it's probably the same 20,000 people that are scrolling Twitter all day and seeing your tweets. And so if you have a ton of followers and only like 1,000, or whatever it is, active people, they look at that and say, wow, he has 300,000. This only got 100 likes. People just aren't interested. And so there's like an insane buff if you have a small account, which is dope. It's cool. It's cool. Like it's never been a better time to grow if you have a small account. But if you've spent a decade of your life growing a Twitter account, like growing a community, sharing thoughts, putting in a ton of work, like you're actually getting in, you're nerfed insanely hard right now. Because for whatever reason, their algo is like trying to determine, if this is a banger tweet, and it just does it's a weird buff / nerf effect. But that is what it is. I'm not complaining about it. It's just like how you have to figure out how to fucking do well again. The dip, he has 400,000 followers. That tweet has 300,000 views. Yeah, I know that tweet's a bad example because that went viral. But like, if you go through Nick's feed, he has like tons of tweets on here. Like I'm looking at one from 7 hours ago and they showed it to 10,000 people or 15,000 people. And so like, that's just not how Twitter used to work. Like if you would tweet, it would show it to all of your followers. So like basically the only way a tweet does well is you have to really play the game. Like you have to really, basically you have to engagement farm a little bit. And that's fine. It's just a different game. It's not so much like you can just tweet about what you're interested in or a good chart or whatever. It's like you really have to play like, you have to play like little games. Like I'm just scrolling through his feed. He has so many threads and like tweets of articles he wrote and whatever. It's like it gets 50 likes, 12,000 views. Like that's just a weird, it's kind of brutal. That's just like brutal, right? Like a couple years ago, I could do a good podcast. You put all this work in, you do whatever. And it's like, if the people that are online that day don't like it, we're just going to show it to 10,000 people. Like you used to be able to do a podcast and it would show it to all your followers. It just doesn't work like that anymore. I don't know. It's a long thing. I'm not complaining about it, but it's definitely a learning curve again. It's a learning curve again. Yeah, the toughest thing for me is just figuring out again, like, how do I see the tweets of the people that you want to follow? I think that's a lot of Twitter is like getting in a flow of what everyone's talking about is definitely harder now. You have to sort through so much slop. Like I have to look at political tweets and sports and all this bullshit I don't really care about. And then every 10 tweets is like a tweet I actually want to see. So it's an interesting game. If there was a way for me to like delete 300,000 of my followers and have 30,000 followers again, I think Twitter would be way more exciting again. It's a very, very good time to have a small Twitter account. That's what I'll say. Maybe they fix it. I don't know. They change Twitter like every 6 months. But right now, my alt account does better than my main account, which is interesting. It's interesting. But that's all I wanted to look at with you guys. I want to really get back to work. It's already Wednesday. Fuck. The plan is still hopefully 2 shows this week. Thread Guy Friday would be is the main goal, and then I still want to have Andrew Kang to talk about the ETH stuff. Everyone's in Singapore this week, so it makes it a little tough if someone's in Singapore to record with them. But we're gonna keep pushing. We're gonna keep pushing. But yeah, I do like that. Kathy Wood in the Pump Fund game. A lot of people aren't invested as before too. Yeah, 6LDP. That's just been a thing. That's been a thing like every cycle. Like you just, it's funny to see too, right? Like there's so many people on crypto Twitter. Like